Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Students, hope so you all are good and fine and enjoying your health and good and healthy health. Wow, what we are going to discuss today? Today we are going to discuss about the hemodialysis. Well, in the previous video we have discussed about the peritoneal dialysis and the kidney stone. Well, today we are going to discuss about the hemodialysis. What is basically the hemodialysis? The hemo means blood and dialysis means the artificial way to clean the blood or filter out the waste material from the blood. In the hemodialysis, there is a machine named as a dialyzer used. In which, in the dialyzer machine, what is happening, there is a dialyzing tubes are present, and these tubes are made up of semi-permeable membrane. Now, what is happening, student, here? Basically, the artery is used to take out the blood from the body. The blood is taken out from the artery and will be moved towards the semi-permeable membrane dialyzing tubes. So, blood will be taken out from the body and will move towards the dialyzing tubes, and these dialyzing tubes are going to act as the semi-permeable membrane, and these tubes are going to surrounded by the dialyzer. Basically, dialyzing fluid. Basically, when the blood is passing from these dialyzing tubes, the waste material from the blood is going to remove out and will move towards the dialyzing fluid, and then this fluid is removed out as the waste material, and fresh dialyzer fluid is going to insert it back into the dialyzer, which is going to surround the dialyzer tubes, and vein is going to use to put the blood back into the body. So the dialyzing fluid, which had the waste material now, will be removed out as the waste fluid, or you can call it urine, and then these tubes are going to surrounded again by the fresh dialyzing fluid. The fresh blood is going to insert it back into the body through the vein. Now, students, what is happening? This is basically the dialyzer, and it contains the dialyzing tube, which are basically the semi-permeable membrane, and it is surrounded by the dialyzing fluid. The blood will pass through from the semi-permeable membrane, and the waste material is going to reabsorb by the dialyzing fluid, and the fresh blood is going to insert it back. The blood is going to be taken out from the artery and will enter into these tubes and will pass through from this semi-permeable membrane, and the waste material will be removed out from the blood into the dialyzing fluid, and the clean blood is going to again insert it back into the body through the vein. What is basically the principle of the dialyzing machine? You can see here the blood is passing through from the semi-permeable tubes, and the waste material is going to enter into the dialyzing fluid. So you can see here the blood is going to enter back. The blood is passing from the semi-permeable membrane, and the waste materials are removing out from the blood, and the fresh blood is going to pass again into the body, and the fluid is going to, and this waste material is actually going to remove out from the body. Well, students, sometimes it's become very difficult to manage the dialyzing, hemodialysis or the peritoneal dialysis. The peritoneal dialysis used to happen every day, while the hemodialysis used to happen 3 times in a week. Well, it is very difficult for the patient as well as for the attender. Sometimes it becomes very panic as well. So the best procedure is the kidney transplant. In the kidney transplant, what happens? There is a person who used to donate the kidney, and then kidney is inserted into a recipient person, it's mean into a patient, and then this kidney is basically attached with the urinary bladder and with the blood system of the recipient person. The donor can be anyone. It could be your family member or it could not be your family member. The main thing is that there should be a tissue, protein, match of the recipient and the donor. The tissue protein should be match of the recipient as well as of the donor. If these proteins are going to match, then a donor can easily donate its kidney to the recipient. A donor can be the living one or it could be the decreased one. I mean, a dead person can also able to donate the kidney. Might sometime the first time the body is going to reject the kidney, so the doctors used to give the second attempt. In the second attempt there is a break in between the first and the second attempt, and during that attempt the patient is going to again attach with the hemodialysis. Well, the average lifetime for the donating kidney is the 10 to the 15 years. Well, what happens if a patient is going to fail his kidney, like fail his transplant kidney, then obviously the doctors are going to do the second attempt. Well, which of the problems are faced by a recipient after having a transplant kidney operation? So what is that? Transplant may include transplant rejection. The recipient body is going to reject the donor kidney, and there would be the infection, obviously recurrent infection, especially of the UTI, and imbalancing in the body salt, which can lead to the bone problems and ulcers. Hope so you have enjoyed the video. Don't just forget to subscribe the channel. As well as students, if you have any issue you can comment me so I can try my best to resolve your issue. Thank you. Jazakallah and Allah Hafiz.